Radar. Lock. Radar. Lock.
They got a lock. Hang on. I can't shake it. Brace for impact.
Altitude warning. Pull up. Altitude warning. Pull up. Altitude warning. Pull up.
Altitude warning. Pull up. Altitude warning. Pull up.
The three of you slowly regain consciousness and awareness of where you are. There's smoke. You can smell fire. You're kind of thrown all over the place in the back of the VTOL. Who wants to do what? Don't all jump at once.
How many pieces is the VTOL in as we're coming to?
It looks like there's a crack in the back portion on the side where you can actually see outside. It looks like a big scar gash in it. The front looks buried into the ground, so you can't really discern the damage. The cockpit looks like it's there, but you can't see out of any of the armored glass. It looks like it's just eaten into the dirt. The three of you are the only ones in the back. The back end also looks like the door has either ripped off on landing or fallen off, and there's a drag line in the ground of fire and debris. Yet you three are the only ones inside that you can immediately see.
Cut the belt, kind of roll call everybody. Who's here? Who's kicking?
Mel's going to kind of pry off the belt best he can. Oh man, here, what the dreck hit us, man?
Duncan will kind of blurrily come to and just do a quick check on himself and just make sure that all the bits are intact and everything's still in one piece, and then just Cade, I need you to give me a fragging roll call right now. I don't know what's happening. Who's here?
I don't know. I can't see anything. Where are you?
Cade, I'm right behind you. Hang on. I gotta get these Drex straps off. It's keeping me in, and he's gonna start like kind of freaking out, like trying to figure out how to get his harness off and not like.
So, B and Mel, you can hear this shaking and rattling from Duncan's direction, or at least where his voice was, as you're slowly like everything's coming into focus.
Yeah, I'll kind of feel my way towards Duncan and with the seatbelt cutter just cut the straps.
So Duncan, you kind of fall to the deck.
Come on, Duncan, get up. Come on.
Mel's going to start climbing or crawling his way towards the cockpit.
So most of it, from what you can see, has been buried into the ground, almost like it nosedived or at least skidded on the ground, and there's earth pushed up over it. Maybe you can't tell from inside, but it's dark. You can't make out too much. With you still have your natural eyesight, right? From
Correct. I don't have any augments.
So from your still natural kind of thermal sight, you can make out the image of Cade still kind of strapped, locked into the cockpit seat, but his body heat is fading fast.
Mel is gonna start, if there's anything in his way, he's gonna just start ripping metal out of the way, cutting straps if he has to try to get to Cade.
You're pulling debris out of the way, like pulling wires. There's sparks that fly here and there. You can still smell the burning that's all around you. You can finally get closer to Cade and feeling around kind of in the half dark, still with your thermal sight, you can feel some large piece that is broken off from inside the cockpit, like pinning him into the seat.
Big guy, is that you?
Hey, save your strength, man. I'm gonna try getting you out. All right?
Drag me, it hurts.
Yeah, man, you're off bad. Hold on. And Mel's gonna try to adjust to where he can try to at least lift it up enough to maybe get K to crawl out.
Pulling with all of your might, you can feel pieces of it kind of just pull apart and come off, but it's not enough to free him. He's pinned, and it's not looking good.
Hey, big guy. It doesn't look like I'm gonna make that concert.
Mel's gonna actually start wiping his eyes, and he's gonna keep trying. Just that, running more on adrenaline. Like he is just constantly going, Gage, you're gonna be okay, man. And he's gonna just keep trying and trying.
You keep pulling more pieces of console and debris. You don't know if you're even grabbing what's actually pinning him there, or if you're just clearing stuff that's been pushed up through the crashed cockpit into him. But it doesn't feel like you're making any headway, as now you're even digging into like clumps of earth and pulling them away, throwing them over your shoulder.
Mel's gonna call back, guys. Cade's kind of here, kind of not, man. I could use some help.
B kind of gonna pick up Duncan by the back of his shirt. Come on, Duncan, you gotta stand. I need your help here. And I'm gonna crawl into the cockpit with Mel, switching my chest flashlight on.
Sure. With the light on, it gives you a better view of everything. Cade, the bright light kind of shines into your eyes. You still can't really see or make out anything. It feels like it looks like your vision is completely washed out. There's just this bright light, and you feel intense pain. You can't feel your legs. And the rest of you can see that he is in fact pinned into his seat by a bar going through him.
I'm gonna grab Mel. Mel, that's not something we can fix, Mel. And I'm gonna reach into my jacket and pull out the narco jet and put it in Mel's hand. You make the decision here, but we can't fix that, Mel. We can't fix it.
Mel's gonna lean in, and he's just going to kind of hug Cade the best he can, and then just narco jets him as close to a vital line as possible to make sure it kicks in as quick as possible.
So you lean in and give him the shot, and Cade, you just feel the instant relief kind of pass through you as everything goes numb, and the world kind of slowly fades to black. Mel and B, you can see Cade just kind of slump into the cockpit seat, let out that one last breath as he slumps forward.
Damn it. Do we have any news on Tai Chi and Emmy?
Haven't heard anything through comms. I'm gonna go take a look at the back of the fuselage back there. You guys just collect what we can out of here. If there's anything salvageable, just do what you can. Get a pack together, and I'm gonna go take a look and see if I can find the rest of the team. And I'll just start walking towards the back of the VTOL where it's been blown off, and start trying to make my way over to the second half on it.
You make your way towards the back of the craft, where the door has been ripped off. In the drag line, you can eventually find both of them. Tai Chi looks like the straps to keep them in had failed, and as soon as the back ripped open, they were sucked out and dragged behind the crashing VTOL. Emmy looks similar, except that she has crashed through at least 3 thick trees and has been U-bent around the 4th. It looks like the 3 of you are the only ones to survive this crash. And there is a fire and smoke trail that is coming up from it. You don't know how long you've been knocked out from when the crash happened, but
Okay. I'm gonna go up to Tai Chi and see if I can find if they still have a pack of the soy smokes on their body.
miraculously, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna take the pack and also probably see if they had a lighter, because I don't think I would have a lighter on me. So I will grab that as well. And then as I'm kind of standing next to the back of the fuselage piece, I reach into my pocket and pull out a pocket watch that has a broken glass face on the front of it, and look down at the pocket watch, and then punches into the side of the fuselage as hard as he can, and just looks down at the watch and goes, "I'm sorry, dear. I couldn't hold up my end of the promise." And then kind of strokes the face of the watch a little bit with his thumb, and then puts it back in, and then he'll pull out one of those soy cigarettes and put it in his mouth, spark it up, and then start walking back towards the main box, or the main body, to meet back up with Mel and B.
Okay.
As Duncan's coming back, I'm gonna say, "Where, Duncan? Where are they?
Didn't make it.
Damn it! Damn it!"
We got time for that later. What were we able to find in the ship? Was there anything else useful? Did we have any supplies or anything else that we can get out?
Mel's gonna come out with a handful of medical kits, but in his hands there's gonna be a Cade's dog tags as well as his name from his vest.
Okay.
And Mel's not gonna say anything. He's just gonna kind of toss the med kits down, walk over to the other two, and same thing, take the dog tags and take the name badge off the vests, and just kind of put them in his pocket, and just walks back up. Just kind of this quiet, weird, quiet focus. Just
Gotcha.
Don't care how
Okay.
much time we have, Duncan. And I bend down and I draw some sigils in the dirt, and I summon an earth elemental.
Okay. And then what are you commanding the earth elemental to do?
Bury the bodies, please.
Okay. You just watch it slide open, and then the ground underneath each one of the bodies will open up and they'll sink into it. While that is happening, everybody please give me a perception roll. Duncan and Mel, you're both kind of just so distraught and distracted that you're not going to notice this. But Bia, you will notice the sound of like a diesel engine, and it's getting closer.
Kind of stand up straight. Look sharp, guys. I got a diesel engine on the way. It's probably Salish border control. We need to get out of here.
All right, lead the way.
And now, my stupid idea comes into play. Matt, I would like to find a nice big boulder. And I would like
I mean, hang on. Wait, you have an earth elemental, so you could just have it make a big boulder for you.
I can do that too. And then I would
Yeah.
like it to have it push the boulder away from here.
Okay, like what do you mean, the opposite direction that you're going,
Or like away from the diesel engine.
Are
At speed,
are we
essentially.
on the boulder?
Yes.
I
Okay,
was just
there,
about-
there we
yeah.
go. That's the that was the missing part there.
Okay, so wait. Hang on. So you want it to bring up a boulder.
Yep.
You want to ride on the boulder, or do you want to ride in the boulder?
On the boulder.
On the boulder. Okay. Oh man, that was so bad. The three of you are riding away on a boulder as the earth elemental pushes it away. Eventually, after a little while, you're gonna come out of the forest to kind of a not necessarily like a highway, but it is a road. It does have signs, at least.
I will command the earth elemental to stop, please.
Okay.
Look around and say, we found a road, guys. That's a start.
What do the road signs say?
It has two signs. One is Spokane Plex and an arrow pointing forward. That's about 5 miles. And the other is pointing in the opposite direction back to Seattle Metroplex, and it's a good distance away.
Well, I think first case of business is going to be get to Spokane, see if we can get some bearings, and then figure out how to get back to the metro. Unless anybody's got any other ideas.
No, we need to be careful though. We're in Salish, and we're not welcome here. Let's just start going.
Back to Seattle would be 270 some miles.
How long does the Earth Elemental last for?
not that long.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's just a short trip. I mean, get there in a couple hours.
A jaunt.
A
Yeah.
jaunt.
Yeah.
At the speed of Earth Elemental.
The speed of rock, please.
It's not a boulder. It's a rock.
A beautiful rock.
It's a beautiful rock.
I
Uh,
want a rock.
So, can we still ride out the rest of the 5 with our rock, or is it going to be hoofing it?
You'll probably have to hoof it the last little bit of the way.
Okay.
If it's not gonna last the whole rest of the way.
Okay.
First, just for services wise, you'll run out of services.
Are we just out in the middle of like the boonies of just forest everywhere? Or do we see any like?
Yeah.
We're
There's
just
like-
on a highway, huh?
Yeah, you're just kind of well, not even on a highway. You're on like a service side road.
Are there any? I know that we have them out here, but you have like those highway safety vehicles that they usually keep parked. Are there any of those around? Like the ones that have the big flashy lights in the background or in the
Right.
back saying like, crash your car ahead.
I know exactly what you mean.
Okay.
Do you want evens or odds?
Never tell me the odds.
You can come across one. It's definitely in a state of looks like it needs some repair. It might be serviceable. It might work. You would have to give it a try, but it does look beat up and rusty, like it's been sitting here.
Mel's gonna try to get the vehicle running. He's got a crowbar. If he has to pry open doors, he'll pry open doors.
Well, you don't have to pry open doors, but do you have any kind of knowledge about automotive repair?
I do
or-
have a mechanic's toolkit.
Oh, well. Okay, let's roll. It's gonna eat up most of your repair kit, but you can get it serviceable to where the engine will turn on.
Okay. Then Mel's spending the next couple of minutes getting this thing rigged up and running. He's pulling out duct tape, electrical tape. bypass. Like, it probably doesn't have AC anymore because he had to rip out wires to get those to work to get the starter working. But
There
he'll
you go.
bypass anything he has to get this thing running.
As long as it runs, you can roll the windows down.
Exactly.
And B is just handing you wrenches.
Yeah.
Don't worry, the service vehicle has 245 AC. It's 2 windows down at 45 miles an hour.
All right, well, you can get it working. It takes you guys a couple hours just off on this side, and you don't see anybody in that amount of time.
Well, I can finally put my driving skills to test. Because I took those. So,
You don't need to roll to drive.
I know.
It's only going to matter if you were being chased or something, but
Uh,
having the
is-
driving skill is helpful.
Is this like a 2-person cab or is this a full cab?
This is a full cab.
Okay.
Yeah, Mel gets shotgun automatically.
I don't
Yeah, you
know.
might-
Yeah,
I have
don't
to
know.
rip the seat out for Mel to
Yeah,
get in
I
there.
mean, if like Mel could just, if it was a truck, Mel would just ride in the back. If it's a full cab, he'll just rip out back seats.
Okay.
Oh, I was gonna say Mel might need to sit in the front because I don't know if Duncan is legally allowed in the passenger seat without a booster seat. So Mel might have to take shotgun on this one.
So you guys have the car up and running. You've ripped the seats out so that Mel can fit in properly. And you're headed off to the nearest sprawl here,
Yeah, I'll
which would be Spokane.
click on the radio as we drive and roll down the windows.
It doesn't take that much longer now that you have wheels to be able to get to Spokane, and like when you pull in, nobody really pays you any mind. There's no border patrol, so
I'll just kind of pull into a gas station, put it in park, and lean back.
guys are all kind of still bruised up and dirty, and
We need a hotel or a motel or something. Somewhere we can take a shower and get some fucking sleep and figure all this shit out.
well, right as you're discussing that or about to discuss that, everybody's comms start going off.
And look at it suspiciously.
I'll answer.
Sure.
Hello? Hello? Are you there?
Hello?
The face is oddly kind of blurred out on the screen. You can't make out who it is. The voice sounds familiar.
Hello? Are you there? What's going on? Hello?
This is Duncan. Who is this?
Duncan, this is headquarters. We lost your transponder. Can you report in?
Yeah, we came under heavy attack, and the VTOL was taken out of commission, as well as us losing 3 members from the team in the ensuing crash. We've been able to get away from the area site, as it did inadvertently end up crashing in Shayla Seed territory. So we have gotten out to make sure that doesn't cause any back-end issues.
Oh, we wouldn't want to cause an international incident, definitely. But you're okay? How many are you?
Not as many as there were, unfortunately.
Well, how many? I need a fresh count if I'm gonna be able to help you out.
Real quick, when the call was coming in,
Yeah.
did it come in like, assumedly, I would have a hotline number from HQ saved in my phone as a contact? Did it flash that, or was this like an unknown number that it?
No, this is like an unknown number.
Yeah, real quick, before I give you that information, can you give me your
Mhm.
verification code so I can just verify who I'm speaking with from HQ?
Yes, you know me. You're talking to Mr. Alvarez. We're gonna get you out of there.
Ah, Mr. Alvarez. How convenient that as soon as everything seems to go to Drek, You were the one who was once again contacting me on my phone.
I like to keep close tabs on the people that help me out, and so I can help them out. How many of you are left?
Yeah, I've seen the result of what happens when you decide to help us out, and to be honest, Mr. Alvarez, I don't think we require your assistance in this particular situation.
Oh, Duncan. Come now. I'm just trying to offer a helping hand. I can get you out of this jam that you find yourself in.
And why is it that we find ourselves in this particular jam, Mr. Alvarez? It only seems to be that things go south as soon as you get involved with a job that we have to be dispatched onto.
Well, that sounds like speculation to me, and I'm sure that we can all work that out once we get back together. So just how many? How many of you are there so I can properly get a rescue team out?
Mr.
As fast as
Alvarez,
possible.
the last time that I spoke to you on the phone, do you remember what I said to you?
I speak to a lot of different teams about a lot of different things. You might have to refresh my memory.
Well, unfortunately, since it didn't seem to be as prominent or important for you to keep it in your mind as it was for me to keep into my mind, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen right now. You're going to hear 2 clicks on this phone. You're going to hear 2 clicks. The first one's going to be me hanging up the phone, and the second one's going to be the sound of me pulling the trigger, and then I hang up the phone on him.
Okay. Rings back again. Same unknown number.
I take the phone and I just
all 3 of you.
I
all
just
3 of your phones are going off.
I just throw my phone.
Mel is just going to crush the phone in his hands. Just that
Okay.
slow, just crush.
And then
Okay.
we're both going to slowly turn and look at B.
I pick up the phone. This is B.
B. I lost transmission with Duncan before I got confirmation of how many people I need to send in this rescue team to your location in Spokane.
Well, you see that's the issue. We're all split up, Mr. Alvarez. I don't know how many there are.
Are you spread out all over the city? I can get to each one of you.
All over the wilderness, Mr. Alvarez. And then I channel lightning into the phone.
Oh, that's weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rise the phone.
And then I just throw it out the window.
Okay. All of you were able to hear what he said, though.
I would like to point out for the note, B, he mentioned how many of us were in Spokane. I didn't tell him that we were in Spokane.
Or did I?
I'm starting to think that this situation might be getting a little hotter than we need to deal with right now. Also, just to take a real quick read of the room, we are all in agreement that Mr. Alvarez is involved in more ways than he's being honest about with the recent goings-ons, correct?
Yeah. There were jets.
Mel
Duncan.
just kind of gives a nod.
Okay, so glad that we're all on the same page here. Now, the unfortunate dirty side of this is going to be that as far as we're concerned with our current employment status, I think that the 3 of us may have just gotten the proverbial pink slip. But what I would like to do at the very minimum is make sure that we can all make it back to the Metroplex together, if that's where everybody is still wanting to get to.
Yeah, my shit's probably going to be gone by the time I'm there, but it's home.
Don't worry, we'll find another case of energy drinks. It'll be all right.
That's not Duncan. I have a house. You know that, right?
You do?
And a car.
Wow.
I know, it's crazy. You guys think I live on the streets. I'm aware.
Mel, do you still want to get back to the Metro?
Mel's just he kind of pulls out his wallet and looks at the ticket that Kate bought him, and he just kind of gives a light shrug because he's not really processed everything, and you can kind of see it he's still in almost a shell shock.
Mel, hey, listen, big guy. At the very least, we got to get you back to the Metro because you got to make that concert, all right? And if we're not going for you, we're doing it for Kate. So, are you with us?
Yeah.
All right. So, current status being what it is, we know that we are quite a distance away from being able to get back to the metro easily. And on top of that, we have to be under the assumption that they're probably going to be on the lookout for us. Now, at the time when I spoke with him, he did kept asking about how many of us there were. However, I didn't give him exact numbering, but since he has spoken with me and B directly, he knows that there are at least two of us around. Luckily, we will have that advantage working for us because he doesn't know how many of us there are still. So I think what the best course of action is going to be is try to see if we can figure out what the fastest and, let's say, under the radarist way of us getting back to the metro is going to be, because unfortunately I don't think that beater out there is going to make it all the way back to Seattle.
Also, we don't own it. We'd have to go through border control. Do we have RFID tags and stuff from Dock Wagon on our vests and things?
You probably do,
All right.
that you're currently wearing.
Mel's going to start ripping off anything that's got any type of circuitry that's inside his vest. So his lamp, anything that gives the relay to the VTOL of like my heart rate, biomonitors. He's just going to start ripping stuff out of his vest.
Okay.
Wait. I'm gonna like Mel. Wait. Let me go grab a burner and make a call, and we can work this out a lot easier than trying to hunt every little piece of equipment.
Mel's just kind of stop. Probably has a handful of circuits in his hands. Just kind of drops them and nods.
And if we're at a gas station, can I get like a burner cell phone?
Yes, you absolutely can.
Perfect. I'll go buy a burner. And
Okay.
I'd like to make a call to one of my contacts, a Decker named Minnie.
Okay. Takes a few rings. Eventually, the phone picks up.
It's your time.
Hey, Minnie. Real fucking bag of dreck over here. Not gonna explain the whole thing. I just need you to access my net and fry any tracking on me and my friends.
Okay, sounds strange. You want me to bust into what tracking exactly? Like, who's tracking you?
A little company called Dock Wagon.
Oh, is that all? Just
That's all.
just dock wagon and stop them from tracking you. How soon do you need this done?
As soon as you can. We're in a whole heap of dreck, or at least we think we're in a heap of dreck. Listen.
Might I suggest finding some place to hide out or lay low while this takes place? And I don't know, can't you like wrap yourself in tinfoil or something? Does that work? I don't know, because I don't know how long this is gonna take. This is a tall order.
That's fair. Listen, if you speed it up, you can have my Sega from home. All right. I know you've been looking after that piece of kit for a long time.
Look, that's real sweet. That's real sweet and all, and I super appreciate it. But this is Dock Wagon you're talking about breaking into. Their whole thing is about tracking their clients, and that's not exactly easy to do.
Well, we're gonna get rid of some stuff on our end. Bracelets gone.
I recommend it.
We're afraid we have RFID tags somewhere in our fucking kit that we just need literally fried.
Well, I can do my best, but the best next thing to do would be to go to a doctor and check, I guess.
Do you know any street docs in Spokane?
I don't exactly get out of the Plex very much, if you know what I mean.
I do. I've been to your house.
Well, then you should know that I am what people call a shut-in.
Listen, can you just start? That's all I need from you.
I can start, but I wouldn't bank on this being done anytime soon-ish.
Well, it's a start at least. Thanks, Minnie.
You're welcome.
Hang up the phone. Well, we're fucked.
All right, but what were their exact words?
It's gonna take a long time to get tracking off of us.
Okay, is there anything that they suggested in the meantime that we might be able to do, or anything else that we should do from our end?
Same thing I suggested, lay low, and well, we need to get rid of these. And I fucking hold up the bracelet.
And just to check, Mel doesn't have his, right? Because didn't Mel throw his out the VTOL? Yeah.
I
Okay.
broke it on flight. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, quick question. As an aside on the bracelet situation, if we take the bracelets off, does that automatically trigger the pings? Because at that point, if it's not reading our vitals, then it would be noted for it. Okay, that's what I figured, but I wanted to double check.
Sure.
Okay, so I'll go B in regards to the bracelets. I got a bit of a plan here. And then the store that she went into to get the burner. Can I go and see if I can find something that would look like it's like a capsule or something that you'd be able to put things in, maybe like a thermos or something that you'd be able to put things in?
Yeah, you find a
Okay.
thermos. Sure.
Okay. I want to pick up the thermos, and then I'm going to go, all right, so the plan is B, me and you are going to drop the bracelets into the thermos. Mel, we're going to walk to the edge of Spokane, and I want you to chuck this sucker into the woods with the full force that you've got, because if they're going to be trying to track us down, let's set them on a goose chase.
I could always have an earth elemental just bury it 50 feet under.
B, as much as I appreciate that, we've already done the elemental at least twice today, so I don't want you getting any more tired. All right, we gotta keep the reflexes up and the wits about. Also, in case things go badly, I would like to be able to have an earth elemental on our side in that situation rather than dragging some bracelets out to the middle of the woods.
Are there any rivers, like fast-moving rivers in our area? Because if it's a thermos, it'll float if it's got air in it. We could always just kick it down a river. Let the white rapid rivers take it farther.
Let's see here. There is a river. There's the Spokane River that goes through the center of the city.
Could always just chuck it in the river.
I
That
like
works
that
for me
idea
as well.
I like that idea.
All right, so we'll get the thermos and then walk over to the riverfront, and then when we get there, we'll take the bracelets off and drop them in and plop it in there.
Mel wants to football kick this thermos down the river.
Just make sure you don't break the thermos. All right, big guy,
Just-
go about 30% on it.
Just punting it down the river.
Yeah, it's a metal thermos. It'll survive.
Sure. You just watch it end over end, fly through the air, and then into the river.
As soon as it hits onto the river, Duncan's gonna just put his hands up like a field goal maneuver.
Okay.
And while they're doing that, I'm gonna look for just cheap motels.
Well, there's always coffin motels you could go to.
Not a coffin motel. I think
Not
B
a
wants
coffin
us.
motel.
I think B wants everyone in the same room.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. B's just being a little, protective, and given what's happened, she's just like, I don't want to fucking be alone, man.
3 people can fit in a dumpster.
I'll spoon you, and
Wow.
Duncan is only the small spoon.
the stacking spoon. It's Mel. B,
He
Duncan.
likes to feel safe.
Yes, you can find a like a rundown shady-ish motel.
Perfect. I'll check us in.
So once we get into the motel room, Duncan's gonna be thinking about the tracking situation and with the bracelets and everything that we'd gotten rid of. Can I use my biotech to do a check to know whether or not he would know if there is any type of like internalized implant or anything that we would have on us that may be some type of like secondary device that they could use to track our location?
So you would need some specialized equipment to be able to do that.
Not like check to find it. I
Uh-huh.
just want to know if I just want to see if he would have the knowledge of whether or not that would be something that we would have to consider as an issue.
How
Going forward.
How paranoid would you say Duncan is at this point?
Pretty paranoid, considering that I threatened to shoot Mr. Alvarez, and we just got blown out of the sky by fighter jets with missiles. So at this point, pretty high. I would say that his paranoia level is probably sitting pretty high.
Okay. Give me a logic plus logic roll, please. You're too distraught from the goings on of the day so far, shaken up. You can't quite put your thoughts together to be able to discern whether there's something else that you should be worried about, but there is something that nags in your mind.
And as we're all sitting in the room and they're thinking about it, Duncan's just pacing back and forth, just going, "There's something else. I know there's something else. There's the bracelets. We got the bracelets, but I think there's got to be something else." So,
Mel and B, if you're following along with his conspiratorial line of thinking here, remember, all of you were given very, very thorough physicals once you came back from the Ghoul mission. Remember, you were put in through detox, and everybody was given intense once over, and not only that, you were also given booster injections to help you fight off any infections that may have come about. And remember who put you on that job to begin with, one Mr. Alvarez. So you can take that information and do with it whatever you think.
Duncan, I'm going to be real honest with you. It's totally possible.
I knew it. I had the feeling. It was in the gut. B, can I borrow that disposable cell real quick? I got a call I gotta make.
Yeah, here. I'm going to hand Duncan the cell phone and start warding the hotel room we're in.
Okay. Duncan, what are you going to do with the burner phone?
I'm going to take a step outside, and I would like to make a call to my contact that I have.
Who are you calling?
I am calling Mr. Z.
Okay, and
he is my black market pipeline contact.
All right. It takes a few rings. Eventually.
Who are you? How did you get this number?
Z, this is Duncan. I'm on a disposable, so I apologize that you're probably not going to recognize the number that I'm calling from.
D, what can I do for you?
Listen, I found myself in a bit of a sticky situation. I won't give you the nitty-gritty because I don't want you to have to be more involved. However, due to the association of our business, I have reason to believe that you might know somebody, say within the Spokane area, of the street dock variety that me and associates may in fact need to pay a quick visit to get a quick consultation.
How fast do you need this?
Fast as you can get it to me, as always, my friend.
Is this a good number to reach you?
Absolutely.
I'll call you back in 5.
Thank you. And I'll hang up and go back in and just go, guys, I got some feelers out. I'm going to go ahead and try to see if I can find us somebody that might be able to give us a second opinion on the possibility that B has presented.
No, you presented. I confirmed.
Very true. Thank you. That B is confirmed for me in this situation.
There is one more thing we need to do, Duncan, and I need your help with this one.
Absolutely. What do you need?
We need to see if we have any astral tethers.
Okay, I gotta be honest with you here. My knowledge of the woobly boobly is a little all over the place, so I will absolutely do my best to assist you. However, I might need a little bit of guidance on this one.
Yeah, I've noticed you've never sensed or gone astral, which is weird.
I'll be honest, my implication for magic is strictly from the healing benefit side of things, and as a greater whole, have not really ever utilized my abilities.
Okay, well, do you know how to open your third eye?
Yeah, usually I get some Taco Temple first, and then I let it sit for about 20 to 25 minutes.
No.
Oh, I apologize, I misunderstood.
Okay, have you ever looked into the astral, Duncan?
Yes.
Okay, you have to do that.
Okay.
Then you need to look at me,
Okay.
and I can look over both of you.
Okay.
And I like grab Duncan by the shoulders and look him in the eyes. You better fucking do this, Duncan.
I get 100%. I'm ready.
Okay. And I'm going to sense these two.
And you're specifically looking to see if they have any tethers on them.
Yes, any tracking spells, anything like that.
Okay. Looks like both of them are clean. There are no astral signatures that are lingering on them.
Good news, you're both clean. Mel, I know you don't know what that means, but like, it's a good thing.
All right, and then I will just copy what he saw B do and hope for the best.
All right. Roll perception. B also has no lingering astral signatures.
Okay, I'll come back to it. Okay. I didn't see anything out of the ordinary, just normal astrally bits, but nothing reaching or anything that seemed more concerning than usual. Man, I really hate going in there.
I kind of like it. It's weird. Anyway, just enough of that. That's good. We can't be tracked magically, at least unless they have our blood, which they might.
Didn't you mention something about our detoxing quarantine after the ghoul scenario, in which they ran a bunch of samplings on us that then, in that case, could in fact lead them to have taken samples of our blood?
I sure did.
Fantastic. Okay, so you said that you warded up this room, right?
Takes longer than that, but I'm working on it.
Okay, fantastic. Let's just go ahead and keep with that and play under the assumption that they probably have our blood in some way.
They most likely have your blood on file since you're employees. So now what? With that in mind,
I'm just waiting to get the call back, so I'm just gonna be kind of
Okay.
sitting in the chair.
How long does it take to ward a room like this?
it's gonna take you a couple hours, depending on how strong you want to make the ward.
I'll take the couple hours. Just
Okay. Within that time frame, Duncan, you'll get the burner phone will ring back again.
Okay, I'll take a step out of the room. Well, as I'm going to leave the room, I look back at B and just go, if I step outside, is this gonna be is it a bad thing? Is this okay?
yeah, no, you're good.
All right, fantastic. I'll take a step out front.
Okay.
Hello?
D, it's Z.
What do you got for me, Z?
You might be in luck. I don't know how reliable this guy is, but through a friend of a guy I once knew at a bar, there's somebody you can go and at least talk to. They might be able to help you out with your problem. They're at least in your area.
All right, can you ping me the location and name so that way we can go ahead and start moving our way over?
Yeah.
He pings you the location, and the name of the person you're going to meet is the Serpent.
Thank you for the immediacy of the help here, Z. As always, it is greatly appreciated. And lunch is on me next time I make it back to the metro.
Hopefully you do.
All right, see you later, my friend. Then I'll hang up and go back inside and go. So I may have a lead on us on a local street dock for us if we do want to go get checked out, just to be on the safe. It's information I got from one of my guys, and he's pretty reliable, so I don't think that we're gonna run into any issues if we go check it out.
Got no other way to check, I guess.
Mel, sound all right?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's better be safe than sorry at this point.
Best we can do is be safe. We owe it to everybody else to make sure. Yeah, as we're walking to get to this, or well, first we'll wait for B to get done with the wording because we don't want to interrupt. So we got to make sure that that's all done and taken care of.
Okay.
And then after that's done, we'll walk as we're walking over to the street dock. I'm just gonna go. By the way, guys, this guy is known as the Serpent. I didn't get any other actual name or anything for him. So just so that way, when we walk in, if he refers to himself as such, or you hear me say the Serpent, I don't want it to be weird for anybody. So just know ahead of time.
Duncan, the Serpent.
I mean, it's not any weirder than the rest of this day is gone, so
I mean, it's the only fucking lead we have, but the Serpent.
Mel, as always, your optimism is most needed and appreciated in this situation. B, I don't like it any more than you do. I got to be honest with you, but on short notice, this is the best I could do for us.
Okay, I get it. Just let's be careful. We have to be careful now.
As always. Also, as a quick question, Matt, when we were leaving, or when we would have left on the VTOL, what equipment did we have on us in terms of like weapon wise? Like, would we have had still like our normal?
You have your
all
normal,
of us have.
Yeah, you have your normal
Okay.
loadout. You're able to salvage that.
Okay, cool.
But
I just
nothing-
wanted to see if anything
there
was
was-
missing.
There was nothing else that was salvageable.
Gotcha.
Mel is his own weapon, so
It's very
Well,
true.
There you go.
Does that mean I got my Ford America in my pocket?
No, you do not have your Ford America in your pocket. It's all the way back in Seattle. If you get back there, maybe you can get it.
Wow, what impressive pocket dimension pockets we've got going on here. I love it.
Hammer
so you didn't pay
space.
for the luxury auto drive. You can't just call it up.
No.
on a dog wagon salary? Come on, man.
Reach into your pocket and pull out your Ford America.
Hey, folks, we wanted to take a quick moment to show some love to another great Shadowrun show. Check him out. Good day, citizens of Chicago. This is Oakley Wildwood, your anchor at Gold Leaf News Network, bringing you the latest developments from the heart of the UCAS. And now for the news. The Chicago Containment Zone is witnessing a surge in kidnappings that has left the city on edge. Travel in groups for safety, folks. A good crew could be what gives you the edge to make it to your next paycheck. The streets are witnessing a spike in vehicle thefts and carjackings, leaving everything from jackrabbits to delivery trucks as smoldering, bullet-ridden scrap heaps. Lone Star PD advises secure private parking whenever possible. But in Chicago, even the safest of places can become a battleground. On a more hopeful note, the ghoul communities of Cabrini Green are uniting, driven by a hunger for justice. Vigilantes targeting infected citizens have been escalating tensions, promising violence if they do not leave the city. Those sympathetic to the ghoul cause have offered support by providing donations and offering security, though officials assure that they seek a non-violent resolution to the conflict. There's a lot going on in 2080's Chicago. Stay informed, stay safe, and stay with us by tuning in to Bug City Blues, a Shadowrun 6th World Edition actual play podcast, wherever fine podcasts are found. Now, back to your regularly scheduled programming.
All right. So you make your way. Are you driving your beat up truck or are you just gonna hoof it?
How far away was the location ping?
Like 6 blocks.
We'll just walk.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you can eventually make it to a hole in the wall looking. It looks like it maybe a bar / tattoo parlor.
Mel is just going to look at the tattoo parlor and then just that slow turn to look at Duncan with a raised eyebrow.
I think B also just slow turns to Duncan, like, really?
What a reputable establishment. All right, let's go in and see if we can find the serpent.
At least he'll be good with needles.
At the very least, one could hope.
Walking into this place, it immediately smells of stale ink. Stale ink, spilled booze, and warm vomit. There's a couple patrons. I use the term loosely because they both look like maybe they're homeless and just passed out in this place. One at a table, the other is laying on the bar, snoring. Off to the side, you can see there are two sort of booths that look like they're set up for tattooing, like they're tattoo stations in the bar.
I push Duncan forward.
Other than that, it doesn't look like there's anybody else in here. There's two passed out people and all of the lovely smells.
Oh, so there's not even a bartender.
There's not even a bartender that you can see.
Okay. I'll walk over to the table with the two passed out people on it and just go, gentlemen, are either of you in a conscionable state to speak with?
One of them pops open an eye and looks at you, slowly looks you up and down with one eye. No.
Yes, that's what I thought you might say. Me and my friends here are looking for somebody who we were told that we could find at this place. Do you happen to know if there's anybody else in the building?
Just slowly raises a hand and points towards the back of the bar, where there's a door that says employees only.
Thank you, sirs. I'll let you get back to your nap. Now have a good rest of the day. And then I'll just kind of point at the back door and be like, let's move, and start walking towards the back door.
It says employees only on the door, and then below that, beware of dog. Then below that, no really.
Duncan, if there's a hellhound behind this door, I'm gonna kick your ass. I don't care what the fuck we lost today.
I'll look back at B and just go, if there's a hellhound behind this door, I'm going to be really disappointed because I'm much more of a cat person myself. And then I'm going to push open the door for the employees only.
It swings open. And you're looking into like a grungy kind of kitchen. But there's also an operating table. And there's somebody on the operating table. And there's a person that's leaned over the operating table that looks like they're working on them. And then there's a bunch of barking.
It looks as though you might be busy right now, but just a quick question. By any chance, do you happen to be the serpent?
Shh. I'm very busy.
All right, me and my associates will just wait back here for you to finish up if you don't mind.
Yes, that's fine.
And then I'll turn and look at Mel and B and go, I don't know, I think that might be the serpent. If either of you guys are thirsty or need anything, go out to hit up the bar. This might be a few minutes while he finishes up.
On you, Dunk. Go to the bar and grab 3 beers and hand 2 to Mel.
As she says that, I'll throw her a cred stick as she's walking.
Yeah, you grab some warm beers.
Better than no beer.
Just waiting for the guy to turn around and talk to you. Eventually, you see him like delicately putting something into this person's eye socket and then injects them with something and then turns around and kind of worms his way over to you, like eyeing you up as he does.
As he approaches, I'll just, what is that? Are those the new models for the ocular implants you got going on back there? What is that? That looks impressive.
Standard replacement.
Well, based on that, I can tell that you're a man who does good work, and we were referred over to you by a mutual friend of ours, who you might know as Z, saying that you might be the man to go to for a quick inspection that me and my associates here are in need of.
Inspection?
Yeah, we are concerned that there may be some type of tracking devices that were implemented on us without our knowledge previously, and as we are currently trying to lay low from people who may have access to said devices, We were hoping that we could get a quick once over and just make sure, and if not, see what we need to do so we could get those taken care of.
Can you pay?
What are we talking here?
Do you have money?
No, I understand that, Mr. the Serpent. What I mean is, in terms of the price of business here, how much are we talking?
I'll need 500 new yen from each of you.
And does that include extraction? Should there be something found on our persons?
His eyes kind of light up when you say extraction, and he goes, "Yes, of course!" And he holds up a hand, and you watch his hand razors eject from his fingers. I would be more than happy to remove it for you.
Okay, sounds like we got a deal. Like, Duncan just says this completely unfazed by what just happened in front of him, and he'll just pull out his unmarked cred stick and charge over 1,500 to Mr. the Serpent.
All right, he leads you over to the tattooing chair and straps you into it. Meanwhile, Mel and B, you're watching this happen and just see him start once-overing Duncan, like waving a wand over him.
I take some scotch off the shelf. 2 glasses.
It is
Knock both of them back and then hand the bottle to Mel.
it is horribly watered down.
Sounds about right.
Oh, yes, this is very troubling. But it should be simple to remove. He'll unhook some of the straps that are on Duncan and roll you onto your side. Like ripping up, just pulling up part of your shirt and tapping a spot on your lower back. Yes, right around this area, I think. And you hear the hand raisers. All right, don't move. And then he just digs 2 fingers into your skin. It's very painful. And eventually he pulls some kind of small pill out and drops it into a container, clacking his hand razors together. And he then just takes the 2 fingers that he used and swishes them around in some dark alcohol that's next to him. Next, please.
As I go to get out of the chair, I'll walk up towards Mel and B and just go, guys, I hate to say that that we were all right in this situation, and also that was not exactly the most pleasant experience that I've had, but considering that we've also been shot out of the sky today, also not the worst thing to happen to me. So you might want to take a little an extra one of that Scotch B before you get in the chair.
I'm gonna take you up on that one. 2 big chugs. Bottle on the counter, and I'll sit in the chair.
Again, same deal. Wands over you, eventually finds what he's looking for around the same area. Whole deal with the hand razors once more. Feel the pain and the twisting and the cutting, and eventually you hear the pling of the pill that he pulls out and drops in.
The whole time, B maintains a stoic face. Because this is why I took high pain tolerance.
Again, swishes the bloody fingers around in the viscous dark alcohol. And then gestures to Mel.
Mel's gonna pick up the bottle of booze that was on the counter, chug it back, set it down, glare at Duncan, and just walk over, lay down, and pull up his shirt enough.
Duncan's just going to be standing next to him the whole time, just with 2 thumbs up.
Your bone deposits may make this a bit more challenging.
The Serpent, I'm drunk, but I'm gonna help. I'm a trained doctor.
We may have to use 4 fingers for this one. Jabs them into your back as hard as he can. slowly digging around. You can hear the scraping of the dermal deposits against the blades.
I'm glad I have high pain tolerance and toughness.
Yeah, eventually he also plucks the tracker out, dunking it in, and then just takes a bottle and splashes his hand and just kind of wipes it. There you are. I hope this has been enjoyable for all of you, as it's been very lucrative for me. Please keep me in mind if you're going to be in the area.
Appreciate your work, sir, and thank you very much. Also, if you don't mind, I'm going to take this with us, and I'm going to grab the cups with the tracking device in it.
Are you sure you want those?
Yeah, I need to make sure that these are disposed of properly, and I don't want to leave them in this fine establishment and have to worry about there being any repercussions against you or your business here. So, just making sure that I can look out for both of us.
I can get those taken care of for you very easily. Just rubs his grubby hands together.
Yeah, I think to be on the safe side, I'm just going to go ahead and take these with us. So thank you again for your help, and if we're ever in the area again, we'll make sure to look you up.
I hope we can do business again together. Thank you.
And then I'll tap Mel and B and just let's get a mosey back to the motel.
As we step out onto the road, I kind of give Duncan a little elbow. It wasn't your worst idea.
Hey, I appreciate you being the one to make sure that we could double check this. So that was some solid teamwork. I appreciate that. Mel, I'm sorry that the guy had to give you the old 8-knuckler back there, but at least now that we've gotten everything taken care of, we can have a little bit of breathing room here while we try to figure out our next move. And then as I say that, I'll just take the cup and dump the pills onto the ground and then gesture at Mel. Would you like to do the honors?
Mel is going to take his stun maul and just start smashing those pills until they are as tiny powderish as possible.
Okay.
And probably the concrete and anything that gets in the way.
Just boom, 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 boom. Smash, 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 smash.
Yep.
Okay. And
that's what the Spokane Infrastructure Fund is for. All right, they'll get it taken care of.
Mel's also going to rip off the dock wagon symbol off his arm.
Okay. No more dock wagon patch.
Yep.
Same.
It's gone.
Oh boy. All right.
And then we'll just start heading back towards the motel.
Okay. On your way, everybody, please roll me a perception test. From all of that, B, as you're all kind of making your way back, you feel like somebody might be following you.
I'm gonna just take like a quick glance over the shoulder and then pull Mel and Duncan a little closer. Gentlemen, I'd hate to make this day worse, but I think someone is following us.
So, what are you thinking, Duck? Split up?
Yeah, let's just do the old pincer. You two go that way. I'll go this way. Getting dinner. And then kind of louder, I'll be like, all right, guys, I'm going to go grab dinner from that stuffer shack, and I'll meet you back at the motel and peel off. And
I'll walk across kind of the street from where she is and try to find somewhere to make it look like I'm keeping myself busy. So that way I can wait to double back around behind.
Mel's just going to start walking to the hotel, just kind of that slow, lumbering.
You guys will notice that somebody does follow off into B's direction as she makes her way away from you. Kind of twisting and turning, they seem to keep up. Eventually, ducking down into an alleyway that you guys could come from the other side if you wanted.
As I'm heading down this alleyway, I flip the strap up on my gun and kind of put my hand in my jacket.
Mel's gonna come up behind, like shield kinda on at the ready, but mostly that his stun maul's in hand but off. So it's just the big metal ball on the end of a stick.
Okay.
I'm gonna I'm gonna come up behind Mel and just say, "Hey, I'm behind you." And then after I say that, I'm gonna jump onto his back and then backpack on the back of Mel.
Wow. Okay.
This is our standard combat formation. Easy. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. We prioritize efficiency on the squad.
Engage Master Blaster mode.
Exactly. Voltron has been activated.
Oh boy. All right. Well, you are in the alley. You're in the alleyway. B, you know that the person is following you. You make the turn to face them, hand still in the pocket, and you can see your two companions right up behind them. And that's where we'll end for the evening.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of SINless. As always, we appreciate all of our patrons' support. After all, we couldn't make the show without all of you. So a big thank you to all of our patrons. The Rogue 404, an absolute dreckstorm of a podcast. Tim, Tommy, Michael, Flatty1 Gaming, Manic, Sander, Winter, Jim, Shadow Dagger, Oliver, Ancient Relic, What the Dice, Dat Booty, Techno Druid, Con 9000, MS, Travis, Asthma Admiral, Miz, Big Spoon, Devix, Dylan, Dimitri Wacha Wacha, Shalaka Laka, Jordan, Daniel, and Niroku. Thank you all for supporting us and helping us to keep the bills paid so we can keep bringing you rad Shadowrun content every single week. Let us know how you feel about the new season in the comments section of the videos or in the podcast, or head on over to the Discord. Let us know what you think over there. Until next time, stay whiz, chummers. The Topps Company Inc. has sole ownership of the names, logo, artwork, marks, photographs, sound, audio, video, and or any proprietary materials used in connection with the game Shadowrun. The Topps Company Inc. is granted permission to Critical Hits to use such names, logos, artwork, photographs, sound, audio, video, and or any proprietary materials for promotional and informational purposes on its website, but does not endorse and is not affiliated with Critical Hits in any official capacity whatsoever.